Well, now this series is going to shift to Tampa Bay, and we're going to play our first games down south in Florida against the Lightning. We've split the first 2 games on home ice, so that's less than ideal, but at least we're not in a 2-0 hole going on the road, right? This has been a very testing Tampa Bay team. Both games, I think, went to overtime. It's been a few days since I recorded Game 2, so I don't really recall Game 2, but we do know that this has been a very tightly contested series, as was expected. So this series has been as advertised. Here we are inside Amalie Arena for the first time in this series. And, you know, I don't know how this is going to play out, but hopefully we only play 2 games in Tampa Bay. And then we can come home and finish the series off. That's in an ideal world, right? You win this series in 5 games. This is a big game. This is a big third game. Tony DeAngelo going for the between the legs move right off the hop. We've drawn a penalty. And I can't continue talking about what I was trying to talk about. I'll get to that in a second. But we're just going to discuss the penalty for a second that Mikhail Sergachev has taken. And it was interference on Tony DeAngelo after his between the legs dangle attempt. But this is a huge game. This is a serious swinging game because whoever wins this game takes a 2-1 advantage in this series. And I don't have the stats. You can probably pop them on the screen in post. Just in editing, pop them on the screen if you want. But I would imagine a team that has a chance to take a 2-1 series lead in a 1-1 series has a very good opportunity to win the whole series. That was very dangerous, by the way. This was even closer than I thought it was. It's not going to count as a shot on net, but he loses it off my stick blade. Now, the back of the paddle of the back of the blade drags the puck along. That could have easily gone 5-hole. So finally getting our first taste of things in Tampa's home building in Tampa Bay. This has not been a kind building to me in many games in the past, either in NHL 23 or NHL 22. This was really a brutal building in NHL 22. Power play has done really not much of anything through the first minute. Oh, there it is. Speak of not doing much of anything. It really did do something there. Svechnikov on the rebound. He heard me talking smack about the power play, and he had to do something about that. And that is 10th of the playoffs for number 37, Andrei Svechnikov. In almost that many games, that is very nearly a goal per game pace in the playoffs, which is impressive. And we've kept that out, but please help me out. You can never underestimate just how freaking good this Tampa Bay team is. That's bad that they're going to get to that. Ooh, how do I handle this? I think my D will handle it even better. Svechnikov dropped it off to Nate, just hits the post square off the face of it. Is Tampa going to get in their groove on home ice? That's what I'm nervous about. They're playing a really good game. I'm going to cover this. We may be in enemy territory, but we can't get nervous. Can't become susceptible to nervous and negative energy. Oh, that looked like an elbow to the face. The referees are not going to call it. This is going to lead to a breakaway. Or not a breakaway, but a breakout. Kucherov with a lying on the ice yarn crow. That's going to roll toward me. Montour picks it up. This has gotten very physical to start with. KK has a zone entry and just gave it away to point. Cernak to point. I imagine a shot would be coming somewhere soon. Penalty taken by the Hurricanes. And there it is, the touch-up. A fortunate block in front by the Tampa player. What is this? What is this even for? Where did this happen? It's a very awkward penalty. Well, that's going to put me in a very tough spot, Calle Yarncrow. You better hope that the boys can kill it off out here in front of us. It's going to be a very long 2-minute wait. Hopefully 2-minute wait in the box for him. It's going to be a very long penalty kill for me. Why are you handing it over to Ekblad like that? That's a bad turnover. Morrissey flips it out and down the ice. Nieto with a great steal at center. That's going to kill more time. Let's try to at least generate a shot on net. Now to see killing even more time, and we're going to go offside. We've got new penalty killers out here as well, or at least on the defensive side of the puck. Lindell and Matheson. I believe it's Matheson wearing number 6 here. Blake Wheeler. I just realized we got Blake Wheeler versus Josh Morrissey. Wheeler, of course, playing for the Lightning. And Morrissey as one of the top pairing defensemen for our team. Former teammates in Winnipeg. Oh, no. How do you not make a save on that? He was facing it square on. You know, it might be the screen. Is it the screen? Yeah, it's the screen. Great use by Robbie Fabry of the screen. He shoots it right between the legs of Matheson. My goalie just has a bit of a tough time tracking it, and I guess fair play on this goal. But you'd like to have a save here, obviously. How close did the glove come to making a save here? Oh, yeah, it's just underneath. Yeah, just underneath. You see, or just past it. Just past the glove. That's backbreaking. Giving up a goal. We almost got through the penalty kill. And then Fabry off a rush. Normally those shots off the rush are probably the easiest save you'll make in a game instead of when the opposing team sets it up. Obviously, you don't want to see backdoor passes or rebounds or anything. But those shots off the rush are usually the easiest ones your goaltender will have to deal with. But I think the screen that Matheson provided didn't help matters on that shot, and it gave Robbie Fabry an easier time scoring that goal than he should have had. Just got to come out and get another one. Get the lead right back. That's a nice job keeping the puck in. Oh, how in the world does Fetch not score there? That was primed for the back of the net. And that's what we're going up against. Andrei Vasilevskiy in this series is going to be something else to deal with. You know, you're not in good hands when you have to rely on me to simply outduel the opposing goaltender. It didn't work very well in the Stanley Cup final last year. I want to believe I'm a good goaltender. I want to believe that. But when we go up against elite level talent, okay, Jack Campbell is not exactly elite level caliber talent. No disrespect intended toward Jack Campbell. But Vasilevskiy is. And I just can't match up with some of these goaltenders in a best-of-7 series. I'm hoping to prove the critics wrong with this series. Oh my God, I was not expecting a shot from that angle. Oh, there's a delayed penalty. I'm not paying any attention. I'm blind as a bat out here. Well, they scored and capitalized on their power play. It's time for us to do the same. Although in mentioning that, we did score our only goal in the game to this point did come on the power play. So we're 1 for 1 on the power play. It's not like that's been a problem in this particular tilt. Back to the point, I don't mind that. Spread in and out. Spread the love here. Get the puck in the back of the net. Great possession and start to the power play, but we're going to negate all of that with a 4-on-4 holding penalty. Jarvis, you couldn't have made worse decisions here. We really needed that power play. And of course, Tampa Bay will get a 30-second abbreviated power play, and as abbreviated as it may be, we know how good Tampa is offensively, so I don't know what the strategy is there, taking that penalty, putting the game to 4-on-4. Do we stack up well with Tampa Bay at 4-on-4? We're going to find out. Nice save. I think that's Kucherov. Yes, it was. I mean, hopefully we can be electric right here. What in the... Okay, it deflected away, so Montour didn't intentionally shoot it like that. Faceoff will be won by the Hurricanes and snatched out of the air by Vasilevskiy. A good look for the top corner. And another faceoff win. In the attacking zone, it's into the back of the net. Jonathan Druid on the power play. Great feed from the point. That went from high to low into the face-off circle. That is a prime passing play by the defenseman. You got to give credit to the assist man on that play. A lot more of that, please. And that just goes to show that we are the superior team. I would imagine so anyway. We scored on 4-on-4, so we're the better team at 4-on-4. Can we just remain playing at 4-on-4? Look at this. We're going for rebound chances as well. Getting ever closer to that 30-second abbreviated power play time. Vasilevskiy's kicking out some really big rebounds in this game. Morrissey, you got to be careful handling the puck there, and you got to get back on defense. Now, had that turnover happened with Morrissey caught up, that would have been... well, it led to a goal anyway. This is even more frustrating than the first goal because he gets knocked down by Druin. He's doing his job back checking. It gets loose to Hedman. He picks it up very awkwardly, which is not unrealistic. You could pick a puck up like that. And then he just slings it, and my goalie doesn't drop. Even though I'm pressing the button, he just doesn't drop fast enough. It goes 5-hole. So that's proof that we are square to the shot. We're playing this correctly. It's just game not giving me a save when I need one. Oh, this becomes incredibly frustrating. And now they're on a power play. So that goal happens at 4-on-4. Both teams are able to score at 4-on-4. I'm going to kill this penalty myself. You know, if I'm going to get scored on when I'm square, facing a shot, playing it perfectly, Hedman gets gifted a goal by the video game, I'm going to kill the penalty myself. I'll just do whatever I got to do. And we have killed the very abbreviated penalty. Oh my goodness, Larkin. That was full absorption. for Dylan Larkin. Wheeler across to Fabry. Please don't snipe it and break my heart. Who am I kidding? All this game does is break my heart. It loves to do that. My heart is basically in a million pieces right now. It's really frustrating because there are 2 stoppable shots that have ended up in the back of my net in this first period. We've got a long game to play out here. A whole 2 periods of play is in front of us. And who's to say that Tampa won't put 5 or 6 pucks in the back of the net this game? I'm going to try not to let that happen. But my workload is full in front of me. For the remainder of this game, the last 5 seconds will tick down to end the first period, which has been less than stellar, at least for me. I don't know that you can fully hang those first 2 goals entirely on me personally. I felt like I was doing everything right. This is a bad play. This is bad. Okay, be ready for a pass, because first of all, it's probably coming. That was not the pass I was expecting it to be. And it will go back to the point. Oh, get it, good. I mean, I put my goalie in the right position to make saves on the 2 goals that have been scored on me so far. It just comes down to the game. The game does not want me to have any success. I think it's a clear conspiracy. Nice save. That's the problem. Vasilevsky in this goaltender's duel. Oh my, that's a dump in and a half by Aaron Ekblad. Let's get in Vasilevsky's head a little bit here. Rebound, goal, Natchez. And we finally break through again for a 3rd goal. Getting 3 past this guy is a huge achievement, especially before the second period has even barely begun. We've got 3 past him. Now, can we make good on that success? I gotta stop every puck I can every single puck that I face. I would like to stop for the rest of this game, just in order to win, but also for the numbers' sake. I want my line score to be positive coming out of this more than anything. I mean, my save percentage is also just begging and pleading for me to have a somewhat normal game, but I just can't have nice things, can I? This has been a real interesting goaltender's duel of a series through the first 2 games, and this game seems to be no exception. I want to be smart with this. Okay, I'm just going to... Hopefully someone's there. Someone is there indeed, but it's not who I want it to be. It's Kucherov. Well, that was one way to get a shot on net. It's a very unorthodox way to get a shot on net. Not to mention the blind rim up the boards ends up on someone's stick that you don't want it to end up on. It was Kucherov. That windmill attempt didn't work out for Tolvanen. It's passed in front of my crease. Max Domi. Carry it around the outside. Okay, you can try deep to the inside and shoot off a foot in front of the net. That's great. And this is the first line for the Lightning, isn't it? The Kucherov line. I hate this Kucherov line with all of my soul. Every fiber of my being hates this first line. Panarin back to Cernak. Where's it going to go? Pull it away. There we go. Svechnikov, our first line is better. Send it across the rink. Send it across the rink. Svech, you got to pass it to a teammate or something. Pass or shot. Oh, weird floater. Did you think I wasn't expecting that? To be fair, I wasn't expecting that. I'm just glad the goalie in game was actually expecting a shot for once. And that is the weirdest offside I've ever seen. I would imagine Niederreiter will be looking to shoot. Uh-oh. That's harassed. That is... Oh, no. That was a bad play. What a weird play. Niederreiter, I think, has it poked free. Yeah, he gets nudged off the puck here. Lindell does everything right. He gets retrieval behind the net. I'm prepared for a turnover because Niederreiter is pressuring with great forechecking ability. He's actually forced the puck loose right there. But what is this play by Lindell? He just loses it. Montour goes to get it. To be fair, Montour should have this. And then it just looks like right as he's getting there, Athanasiou jars it free. I didn't know what was going to happen, and I knew that I was down and out, kind of. There's 2 Tampa players. I just kind of did this in desperation, and it's just a wide-open net for Niederreiter. Is that it? Is that my line score done for this game? I've only seen 10 shots. There's no way I'm seeing 30. There's just no way it's happening in this game. And I'll tell you, my line score is going to be gone after this game. Giving up 3 was not an option. I couldn't afford to do that. This period was looking pretty good. I was on a pretty decent roll for the most part through this period. And now it's all been ruined. It was all a turnover, and a completely awkward turnover as well, where you're not really expecting that mishandle with a puck in front, but you've always got to be prepared for anything and everything. Was the desperation move, was the little dive, was it warranted? I think it was in that moment. You can't really predict how that play is going to go. It's just a loose play. Forget about it. Move on. Pray that we remain the starter for this playoffs. I don't have a lot of leash left. I really don't have a lot of leash left. Please cover the puck, man. I do have a really short leash to play with. So, bad games, I just can't afford bad games. That could go in. Larkin, rebound, wrap, chance. And he keeps that one out as well. He made 2 great saves in a row on Dylan Larkin. Vasilevsky did. And we have continued to hound the Tampa Bay Lightning to a point of drawing a penalty. I may not make it to the bench. This may be pointless. It is pointless, me heading to the bench. The power play is 50% on the night. 1 for 2. They need to come through on this one because, well, we've lost the lead again. So it would be nice to, obviously, that's a big save. It would be nice to come up big on the power play. I came up big on the save with the shorthanded chance from Sergachev. I didn't really know how to play that. I just decided to be patient, drop on the butterfly. Seems to have worked out for me. Get your communication skills sorted out, guys. It's not going to be all the way down here. Should I leave it? I'm going to... Oh, get out of the... You're trying to kiss me, Dylan Larkin? Just wait till after the game. Well, we've drawn a penalty? We've drawn a penalty in all of that. Did they run into me? What happened on that? No, they called a slashing penalty on Robinson. It happened when I went to play... there it is. It's Morrissey. It happened when I came out to play it. It was in all that kerfuffle with Larkin. Dylan Larkin, the 200 IQ man, he figured out that he needed to run into me and draw the opponent's attention to try and draw us into a 5-on-3. Another delayed penalty? Are you kidding? And was it touched? What in the world happened? I can't tell what's going on down there because I got to skate to the bench. Nick Paul's gone. Okay, so now we've got an extended 5-on-3. If you guys don't score with all of this power play time, you have no excuses. You can't complain about me in the net if you can't score on these power plays. Just make good on this opportunity, guys. Svechnikov has, and he was in a perfect shooting spot for that as well. That is what we needed, and it came very early on this 5-on-3. So I guess it would still be a 5-on-3. It would remain a 1 minute 24-second 5-on-3 after that goal. So this used to be a thing with EA games. You know, you'd have a 5-on-3, someone would score. My goodness, that's the game right there. That's got to be it. Nice little ass punch at the end there on Hedman. Ooh, we went to work on those 2 5-on-3s. We scored in no time. Vasilevsky hung out to dry. Just like the laundry. They hung Vasilevsky out to dry, taking those 5-on-3s. Don't blame any of that on the goalie. That's purely on the team in front of him. I know that feeling too, bro. He stands on his head on that save. That was a very important save. Meanwhile, there's me down here. I'm not getting any action. I'm not seeing any shots. I've given up 3 goals, which is 2 more than I would at least prefer to this stage of the game. But whatever, we got a lead. Hopefully we can win this game. We'll be 1 step closer to the Stanley Cup final. Well, we come out to the Tampa fans booing the hometown team, which is quite a confidence boost for us. And we've been striking on the power play when we've gotten our opportunities, especially the 5-on-3s that we've had. Oh, man. Talk about your 3D experience. Nice little blocker save there, buddy. And at this point, we're playing for an opportunity to take a 2-1 lead in the series, which we desperately could use, and also winning a game on the road. That makes up for losing game 1 at home. It'd be nice to get one on the road, especially taking the first game that we play on the road. I don't want to get ahead of myself. There's a lot of game left. There is a ton of game left. And even though Vasilevsky's let in 5, I could easily let that many in as well. The problem is I'm not going to see any shots, no matter what. I'm not seeing 30 shots in this game. I'll be lucky to see 20. And if I can see that many, it's just a case of damage limitation. 3 goals given up on 20 shots, that's purely just damage limitation. I wonder if I can just get through this third period. God forbid I actually end up doing this, but if we can get through this without giving up a goal and make a string of saves, would that help me come away from this game with a positive line score? I mean, again, I've said this before in a previous episode, but you would think that just winning the game would give you a positive line score. I mean, we're in a playoff game. Who cares how you do it? Just win the freaking game. But I know it looks really bad when... Oh, God. Hold on 1 second. It looks really bad when you give up 3 goals on like 15 shots, right? I have no control over this. I have no control over the AI's lack of ability to put the puck just on the net. Just simply put the puck on the net. Doesn't help when they're dumping it in either. I had that rim around the Kucherov earlier in the game. Maybe I should try that some more. It's actually a no thank you. I don't want to rim the puck around a player like that. That is onside. Oh, I'm getting my shots now. That was nicely held onto off the chest protector. Stick to the basics. Just stick to the very basics that got us here. And I'm just going to keep taking whistles as well, if that's fine with everyone else. And they win another face-off. They get it to the point man, and just a few too many passing plays. Where does Panarin go? Oh, Panarin sent nearly into the Hurricanes bench. Why don't we bring that back where you can actually physically send the player into the bench? It seems to be just a little bit of back and forth right now between both teams, especially through the neutral zone. Oh, I've got it. I had no idea where the puck was. I'm glad you did, mister. I legit did not know where that puck ended up. My guy just dropped butterfly on his own and had it. Big shot from out. Can we see more shots from outside? That's pretty easy to handle, that shot from way out from the point. That's another thing. I don't know why the AI don't take more shots from the point as well. You would think that they'd be programmed to do that every now and then. You see a lot of NHL teams just drive the puck from the point, try to get a deflection, a screen in front. AIs don't seem to utilize that strategy so much. It would help, especially from a goalie be a pro perspective. And this is just some constructive criticism, but it would really help. Hold on 1 second. It would really help from a goalie be a pro's perspective of being able to see more shots from the AI as well. If you're not seeing even close to 20 shots in a game, if the AI just peppered you from the point every once in a while, help you see some shots. And they're relatively easy shots to handle, at least the ones that are taken from the point without a screen or a deflection in front. I don't know. I just don't think that we see it all too often. I would like to see a little bit. That's kept off the goal line. But I would like to see a little more frequency of the AI ability to use the defense to get the puck to the net. It's a realistic strategy. I don't know what all goes into programming the AI for this game, but I mean, I imagine it's not too difficult to program AI defensemen to shoot the puck from the point with great frequency. There we go. Rebound control is perfect. At least in this third period, it's been pretty good. Hedman to... Oh, we left the rebound, but again, had help from the defenseman. Now we're running into some problems. Tampa's upped the aggression. They started pinching a lot more frequently with their defensemen. And it's given us problems until Max Domi goes off the post and in. And that is definitely going to be the hockey game. That guy is celebrating with joy. If there was ever a doubt about the game, there is none now. There is no doubt. And look at that. I've gotten to 18 shots against, so almost the 20 that I said. I think 3 goals on 20 shots. 20 shots faced total for the game minimum. I could live with that. I'm not happy about it, but considering how little the AI is just purely shooting it right now, I'll take the 20. That looked all too easy.
All too easy.
Wow, just running up the score sheet now. And has... Wait a minute. Did Svetch score a hat trick in this game? Does he have a hat trick? Legitimately have a hat trick in this game. I was so scared about the rebound off that Hedman shot. I still can't stand that they say Martin Necas. It is not Necas. It's not even close. It's Necas. Martin Necas. And I even used to say it wrong. I used to say it as Necas, but it's actually Necas. Please do not score while I'm flailing all around in the crease. Just get out of the game. I just want to take my save percentage where it is. Oh my. My heart is pounding. The worst part is it's the first line for Tampa. So they of course, with a minute to go, have got to put the first line out there of all things. And Braden Point, he's so creative off the rush. Big rebound off the pad again, but we put it in the right spot, right into the corner. I'll take that. I think I'm at 20 shots now or 21. So I'm good. I'm good for the rest of this game. I really am. I'm fine. Braden Point, I'm fine. I don't want any more. I don't know if I want any more. Now the AI has got to start getting testy with me in the final closing seconds of the third period, where I'm happy with the shots I've faced. Now you have to start testing me. They found Kucherov, by the way, on that play in the slot, who has an X factor. You saw how quick his release is. And I imagine that Cernak may skate this full control. Tolvanen, please don't give that up. Hey, I'll take it. We got back A decent save percentage. I shut out the third period. I did what I needed to do. Without the third goal, that's not a bad game without giving up the third goal. But, sometimes the coach's logic doesn't always make sense. I could come away with a positive line score out of that game for all we know. Hey, like I said, man, the logic isn't necessarily consistent with this game, but I'll take it, man. +8. I don't remember. What did we get out of the last game? It was a negative out of game 2. And I think I deserve the plus. The biggest thing, I don't care about the save percentage. It's just going to be what it's going to be until either I can only let in a maximum of 2 shots per game or the AI starts shooting it more. Unless something changes, the save percentage is not going to be pretty. I just want everyone to be aware that I have very minimal control over how much the AI shoots the puck. I can try to control by making as many saves as I can. I can put the guy in position to make the saves, but he's got to actually make the save in the game. But the biggest thing that I care about is coming out of this game with a net positive out of the line score, because like I said, I don't have a long leash. I have a short leash right now, and I don't want that line score to dip any further. If anything, we need to keep boosting it each week, each game. We need to keep boosting that line score so I have a little bit to play with, because, I can afford the occasional bad game. If we can get to the Stanley Cup final, from there on in, obviously you don't want to have a bad game, but I'm not going to freak out as much. We're in the final. I'm not that worried at that point. But right now, being in the conference final, we need to boost the frick out of this line score right now.